Alright. That was some new stuff we saw now that we're more connected with the Triple C route. So I want to see what's different here once we go further into the final dungeon. Continue. I felt an intense light for an instant. I reopened my eyes to find darkness all around me. This is the end of the far side of the moon cell central region. It's dark and cold, but I'm not scared. I feel lukewarm. I hear the echo of creaking that reminds me of a heartbeat. This isn't like the end of the labyrinth that we've seen many times before. This place is a similar structure to the labyrinth, but it's not the Sakura labyrinth. It's a road to the moon cell's core, made of labyrinth parts.
物寂しいところだな。終幕を飾る道だ。バラの街道を期待していたのだが、ま、贅沢は言うまい。急ぐぞ、マスター。今さら何が出てこようと驚かぬ。そなたと共に進むのみだ。です。やっと回線が開いたわ。何？モニター開いて。はい。中継カメラ、サードアイ開きます。この先はムーセルの中枢。よし、BB の反応なし。まだ防壁の外と見た。今のうちに突き進んで。
That's what we're going for. Me and Saber. We run through the empty space. This space makes you feel like you're going nowhere, but I have a hunch that there's definitely an exit ahead of us. But just a little further. If we can get out of this darkness, we'll reach our destination. And as soon as I had that thought, it appeared. Oh, the next doorway. Is this? No way. A labyrinth core? It's colossal to boot. None of the others were this big.
何よあれ。もう BB には核になるセンチネルはいないんじゃなかったの、さくら。あれはそんな。
I get why Sakura's at a loss for words. Appearing before us is a sculpture of Sakura. No, of BB.
じゃあそれ BB の本体というか心。待ってそれじゃあもしかして今までの桜迷宮そのものが BB の心象空間だったの。私たち BB の心を降りていったわけ。そう考えるのが妥当ですね。それと少しだけ訂正を。あの壁の中に BB はいないようです。あれは抜け殻、ただの物理障壁です。中に入ることはできません。それはそうよね。迷宮自体が BB の心なんだもの。でもこれどうやって壊すの？とんでもない構造強度よこれ。どんなドライバーも入りそうにないし、下手すると中枢防壁より頑丈かも。その壁はその。とにかく調べてみて。BB め、まさかこんな奥の手を持ってるなんて。そうですね。これを壊せるのはこれの持ち主だけでしょう。私たちでは破壊できません。無念ですが、違うルートを探すしか方法はないかと。だからあれは。
Taking up Rin's suggestion, I examined the remarkably giant wall. Fundamentally, it's just like the other cores, but it lacks the warmth of life in it. Like Ronnie said, BB doesn't seem to be inside of this thing. This mind has long since gone cold. That's what makes it similar to a billion-year-old slumbering fossil.
月の裏側、量子虚構管制器で稼働中のすべての思考体に通達します。上級
My bad.
以後、ムーンセルオートマトンは人類の観測装置から人類の管理・運営装置に移行します。繰り返します。上級 AI による
What did you say? No. Did we not make it in time? But there weren't any signs that it happened. Sure, there's this wall blocking the way, but the core is right here. Nothing can change that all over there.
なお、この達成はセラフ内時間において 0.0001 秒前に達成されたものですが、私からの要請を受け、現実時間では596万1600秒前に成立したものとし、実証選択を完了させています。
Is that BB's voice? The tone is different for sure, but it has the characteristics of BB's voice. What she's saying makes no sense though. 5,961,600 seconds? 86,400 seconds in a day? So Divine gives 69. Control was taken 69 days ago? Wait, that's aside. Why are my limbs shaking? The space itself is shaking. But aside from that, I'm also being driven by a mysterious impulse coming from inside of me. I'm scared. Yeah, scared. I'm scared. What primordial fear this is. Being here scares me. Hearing that voice scares me. Gauging the situation scares me. Facing reality scares me. Looking back at the past scares me. Looking into the future scares me. No matter what I do, it's all now. And comprehending this moment from the bottom of my heart scares me.
やっぱりそういうことだったのね。逃げて。もう BB には、いえ、初めから BB にはかなわなかった。これは最初から決まって。そう、初めからあなたたちは間に合わない。私が中枢にたどり着いた後からこのゲームは始まったのだから。そして私の所有時間中にこの領域における侵入者を許した形跡はありません。矛盾をなくすためバグを消去します。サクラベールグランデに到達した侵入個体を検索。個体名サーバント、セイバーともに排除します。あなたたちの時間はここで停止です。まずい、戻るぞマスター。どうした？なぜ動かぬ？逃げるのだ、早く。
I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. My body won't move. I'm too afraid. My limbs have been lopped off at the base. What's so scary? Obviously you'll be scared. I mean, confronting a god as a human is scary. Hearing a god declare they're going to erase you is scary. No, that's not it. Something like that isn't scary. This fear is really disgust. Something that's become the moon cell should not be speaking in human. That's right. It's not that humans fear God. It's repulsive to see a god. That's taken on the mind of a human.
早く逃げて。そこで消されたら本当におしまいよ。やり直しすらできなくなる。強制退出間に合いません。早く。ダメよ BB。 その人を消しちゃダメ。
Oh, that was surprisingly new. Hmm. Oh no. Oh, we're okay. Good. I awake from a heavy darkness. It seems that I was out for quite a long while. With my consciousness still unsteady, I give my arms, hands, and body a once over. I'm in one piece. These are the old school building's grounds. Apparently, I was able to make a clean getaway out of that unidentifiable predicament and found that colossal labyrinth core.
Master!
Are you okay, Praetor? Answer me. Don't you know that's polite to spring to your feet when I'm worrying over you? Saber calls rings in my ears. It was a frantic, serious voice. I'm still struggling to pour strength into my hand, but I move it. I pat Saber's head and say, I'm alright. Ah, now you're awake. You truly scared me to death. Mm-hmm. Do as you please. I don't mind. Your hand is warm. I'm happy. Listening to Saber, I rest for a while. Soon enough, I feel better. I stand up to find I can walk without any issue. But I wonder why I feel so dejected. It's like my brain has turned into lead. I got out of that predicament, but my mind is still completely restless. Usually, no matter what pinch I was in, the moment I returned alive, I felt the relief that would ease my mind. But just walking is making me feel down. And thinking about it, it hit me like a divine revelation. It's natural for me to feel down. After all, I still haven't gotten away from the fear I just experienced. There's nothing I can do about it now. I made it back to the old school building, a safe zone, but that darkness still lingers in my mind. Yeah, it's as if the sensation of I made it back somehow isn't coming to me. Return to the student council. Okay. Up, here we go again. Can't even shortcut it. I return to the student council room with a heavy heart. Good. Rin, Ronnie, and Sakura are okay. Only one thing is different here. It's the simulator Ronnie was running. It stopped doing anything. Seeing this, I became worried that the vague anxiety hanging over me was now an evident truth. I mean, the screen does say all dead, so I'm assuming every existing AI or NPC that's around us is gone, with the exception of the obvious. Okay, but any basis for doing so, I accept it, which means I...
シミュレーターは終了しました。BB がムーンセルを掌握。いえ、BB がムーンセルの運営ソフトとして登用された場合の7日後。その最終死亡数値は、現在の人口の 90%。地球上の文明は、ほぼ停止すると見ていいでしょう。
90%. That big of a number is what we end up with, huh? But we still have time. A collapse in the future is imminent, but we still have 7 days to work with. If we can somehow separate BB from the moon cell as soon as possible.
会長、それは、
Is she trying to say it's impossible? That beating BB is impossible? I know that. I already know that. I'm trying desperately to stay strong, but my heart is already broken. Still, we have to do it, I say. I can't stand by and watch the Earth collapse.
違うのです。7日の猶予があるのではありません。もう地球は滅びています。
Well, that's something you don't want to hear.
セブンレイターはシミュレーターでもあり、記録装置でもありました。あれは実在した7日間。我々が月の裏側に囚われた時から
地球は死の星なのです。私たちはセブンレイターを通じてもう決定してしまった今を眺めていたに過ぎなかった。
I can't understand what Ronnie is saying. Nevertheless, I find myself accepting the outcome. The Earth is already in ruins. Is that so? We've been looking into the future? Apparently.
そうよ。人類は滅びたわ。BB が中枢にたどり着いた。その事実が確定した瞬間にね。猶予なんて初めからなかったのよ。いいえ、そもそもこの月の裏側に時間の経過なんてありはしなかった。
Time doesn't pass. Does that mean we've been in a loop? Just like how I was endlessly repeating the preliminaries, have we been repeating the same span of time? That question is of no importance right now, though.
ループだったらまだ希望があったかもね。でも違うの。BB は防壁を破壊して中枢を取り囲んだ時点でムーンセルになった。そしてムーンセルには私たち観測宇宙での時間の概念が存在しない。彼女はもう未来にいながら過去にいるのよ。
I don't get what Rin is saying at all, but I don't have the willpower to question it.
ごめんなさい。私も説明できる精神状態じゃないの。悪いけど結論だけ言わせて。私たちはもう何をやっても BB。いいえ、ムーンセルにはかなわない。彼女は聖杯そのものになってしまった。
The Holy Grail. A wishing device that makes any wish come true, which is given to the victor of the Holy Grail War. Ah, okay. Is this sorrow come from realizing the truth with all 5 of my senses? Back when I was in front of the colossal wall? From the bottom of my heart, I no longer...
聖杯は一定周期で地球の未来をシミュレートし、その記録を保管し続ける観測機械です。それは人類史の始まりから続いている。仮想とはいえ、この月には無限の未来が記録されているのです。ムーンセルを手に入れるということは、自分が望む未来をその中から探し出し、実行できるということ。
わかる？すぐに思い通りの世界になるわけじゃないけど、確実に自分の願った通りに地球を運営できる。この上なくリアリティに満ちた願望機、いえ、スケジュール運営装置、それがムーンセル中枢なの。その願望機自体が意志を持って未来を決定したのよ。人類の絶命を。外の世界では絶命の未来が生死として進んでいる。今さら表に戻っても聖杯戦争どころかムーンセル自体あるかどうか。
はい。この月の裏側は記録宇宙ですから、私たちもまだ生きていられますが、表の人たちから見れば、こちら側にいる私たちはゴーストのようなものでしょうね。
What they said just now struck me a little. Rin said even if we return to the near side. Judging by that phrasing, does that mean they've confirmed that there's a way to return to the near side?
ええ。BB の宣言の直後、表へのゲートが出現したわ。きっと表、生死の未来においてムーンセルの機能が変化したからだと思う。私たち、その気になればいつでも聖杯戦争に戻れるわ。でも
すでに外は地獄でしょう。月にも地上にも私たちが生存できる場所はありません。つまり
I figure we might reach that conclusion. Please don't tell me. Please don't say it. Because the conclusion I came to when I stood in front of that wall will end up coming true.
まだ居場所はあります。時間がねじ曲げられているここに残っていれば。 永遠に現在にとどまっていられる月の裏側に残っていれば皆さんは安全です。
そんな命に、そんな生存に何の意味があるでしょう。月の表側、聖杯戦争に戻るという私たちの最終目的もここに意味を失いました。私たちは終わったのです。
Ronnie's words fall in the student council room like a curtain call. It's all over? The Earth? The Holy Grail War? Our battle? It's all really over? Without a doubt, it really is over. The proof is in the fact that no one said anything further. A strong sense of failure shrouds my vision in darkness. Our battle ends here. Death simply hasn't visited us yet, and we have nowhere left to go. The sweet poison slowly making its way through our bodies had reached lethal levels from the very start. We simply hadn't realized it.
Deはその女の話をしよう。みだらに現実を犯すおぞましい愛の話を。
Suddenly, I heard strange words.
いや、そちらは大変なことになっているようだね。
They were calm words. There was no voice. It was like I was being directly spoken to, not through sound, but through text.
こちらはいよいよ大詰めだ。君がいなくては始まらない。
We got through the finale and came to the end. The battle is over. All we can do now is give up.
諦める？何を言うんだ。人間は初めから諦めている。全能ではないのだから。我々は諦めながらでしか生きられない生物だ。そんなことをまさか今さら君が？
The words come sharply, but there's warmth in their meaning. The speaker of these words seemed to relate to me. But I don't remember. Who is this?
私もゴーストの一人だ。視点の檻を眺めている。正当な舞台で最後の勝者を待っている。
No clue. I'm sure that I've never met this person. Not yet. Even if one day I definitely will. With no choice but to meet and fight them. But not yet.
こちらからはそちらの様子はわからない。ただ異常が見られたというだけだ。君は自分の手でその停滞から抜け出さなくてはならない。
Ah, it sounds like Julius to me. A deadlock. This is no deadlock. This is eternity. So long as we're here, we won't vanish. As long as we give up, we can call this a perfect world. Even if it's far too small. Closed off world.
それは諦めではない。結論だ。
A conclusion. A decision that there's no future.
ここに一枚の絵があるとする。私はかけらだ。
No, One Piece is a bunch of pirates trying to find the treasure known as One Piece. But I feel like I know what you're getting at. Words
パ
assemble.
ズルのかけら。絵に開いた穴。未だ埋められない空白。
The final beginning hope.
私があるうちは絵は完成しない。だから私はかけらであり続けた。完成してしまった絵はそれで終わりだからね。
Actually, now that I think about it, he sounds like either Julius or Hans Christian Andersen. He says that, therefore I may have given up, but I mustn't draw the conclusion. A picture that never changes and a picture that never ends. Which one represents the concept of eternity better?
無論、人生は完成することが目的だ。 どのような生命もどのような文明もいつかは終わる。我々はその終わりを目指している。今も昔も。だが今君が描くその絵は終わりに足るアートグラフと言えるのかね。
The true meaning of these words are too sublime for me to understand. These words are the perspective of one who is above humans, a messiah. There's only one aim behind it that I could gather. As it is, I believe they're the same either way. I won't end. This place isn't right. The situation isn't right. This isn't the end yet, I think. I'm shocked. Ultimately, I guess that's the only thing my mind can't do. The reason why is, even if my mind were to break, my sword is still in hand.
その言葉こそ君のすべてだ。
Back in my room. Suddenly, I wake up. It seems I had a fragmented dream.
"目を覚ましたか?そなた随分と疲れていたのだな。ひときわ深い眠り。余は何も言わず、いそいそと出かける支度をしよう。我が奏者の気持ちに応えねばな。惚れ直すがよい。それぐらいの察しの良さはあるのだぞ。
I bring my servant along and leave my room. First, let's go talk to our student council allies. We need a firm grasp of the situation at hand. Talk to Vin and Ronnie at the student council. Okay. That was oh, I thought everyone was dead. They're back. Alright, well, let's talk to Ronnie first. What's the matter? I don't think there's any more need to speak to me. Our operation is meaningless now. I'm starting to despise myself. The old me wouldn't have suffered. If I hadn't learned about the human mind, I would have maintained my own mental state. I hate myself for thinking that way. I'm sorry. I'm an imperfect homunculus. Still need something? About the Moon Cell's AIs. I considered asking about the AI. Every Holy Grail war, the Moon Cell erases all NPCs and resets every AI's experiences. What's the reason for that? Let's see. My guess is that so it won't deviate from how it should be as an observation machine. In reality, it may be so that it avoids cases like the ones we're in. The Moon Cell is the Eye of God. Within the core is its storage medium, made of photons which exist on a higher dimension. The Moon Cell's core knows how to end humanity. However, it provides no evaluation of such a result. The Moon Cell doesn't say which choice leads to a better future. That is to say, it has no criteria for evaluating good and bad. That's exactly why it leaves humanity to manage Earth. No, it exclusively acts as an outsider that never intervenes. But, if an AI with a clear criteria were to enter it, the Moon Cell may use it as part of its intelligence and pick a better future. Which would be the obliteration of humanity. If they're ultimately going to go extinct, then it should be done now. Taking it as a decision that curbs the waste of resources, I think it's extremely logical. Oh, whether it's BB or some other AI, the end result is the same. So long as it's an AI that can't break from being rational, and any AI would choose to purge the Earth of humans. In BB's case, her method, collapsed by way of human free will, could be considered humane. That assumption makes no sense, since AI aren't supposed to be able to assimilate with the Moon Cell. The result of all of this is that wasn't supposed to be possible to happen did. Some fatal bug has occurred in the Moon Cell. It's not that Miss Tosaka, you or I were inadequate, nor is it Sakura or Bibi's fault. That bug is the cause of this destruction. Saying this, Ronnie then stops talking. It looks like Ronnie's more defeated than Rin is. Then I better find out how Rin's doing. Need something? As you can see, I don't feel like talking. Leave me alone for a while. No. We need to talk. Man, what is it? Have something you want to ask? What's an observed universe? Observed universe? It did explain something like that. Here, time doesn't pass. If we were in a loop, we might have still had a chance. Something like that. The theory is, when you go back to the past and put the known present aside, you can rewrite the unknown present. But this situation is nothing like that kind of far-fetched dream. We can't change the result that occurred no matter what we do. The far side of the moon is a world made of imaginary numbers. There is a concept of time, but how it works differs from reality. I suppose I should say it's the difference between perceived time and recorded time. Look, we're talking about this right now in the present, right? But 1, 2, 3, there. Now, what I said 3 seconds ago became the past, even though we're still in the present of our conversation. This is the perceived flow of time. Through humans' own perception, we separate time and space into past, present, and future. Observed universes have very simple laws of physics. People can't see what comes after the present, but they can influence the future. It's a bit late to mention this, but the real world and the near side of the moon are managed by this observed universe. With me so far? Yeah, more or less. Basically, our world is the one with the time that we perceive. Humans perceive the past as constantly updating to the present. From that present, we observe the future, which eventually comes. We can't perceive all three at the same time. But a recorded universe's laws are different. A recorded universe is perceived from several dimensions above, a high-dimensional entity. From the perspective of higher dimension, the third dimension looks like a flat scroll. It's like if the 3D world was a world printed in a book, and you jumped from within the book and landed outside of the book. You could then look down at the records of your past, present, and future that's in the book whenever you wanted. That's the perspective of higher dimension. You get it, right? With that being the case, all time within the book has equal value. I mean, you'd be able to flip to any time or page you wanted. No more past or future. It's the same thing here. This is an imaginary number space, or a higher dimensional data space made out of light. The far side of the moon is fundamentally managed through the laws of a recorded universe, not an observed universe. We're foreign matter. No, we're guests here. Creatures from an observed universe that got tossed into a recorded universe. But the moon cell's core is a parallel world simulator where past, present, and future exist simultaneously, with all outcomes calculated. Basically, it's a recorded universe entity. And now BB's become the moon cell. She gained the perspective of a higher dimension. That's why BB can manipulate the past and future at the same time. The moment BB reached the core, she gained the power to select a future and set it. The moon cell was purely the eye of God. When an AI like BB mixed in now, it's become the brain of God. I don't know what the future will look like in a few hours, but either way, BB reached the moon cell. That truth isn't changing. She's now become a recorded universe's entity. BB can make facts retroactive. She can make it so that she knew this present would come. It's all pretty confusing once BB became the moon cell. She became able to tell her past self about this present. So, BB knew from the very start that we wouldn't make it in time no matter what. Chasing after as if we might make it in time somehow. That act itself was futile. It was decided from the beginning that BB would reach the core in the end. Were we fighting so that we could lose? Anyway, that's how it is. If you get it now, then be quiet for me. We can't win against God. If you're feeling restless, then how about walking around the school? It's safe after all. We're being kept in here like pets. Oh, well, excuse me. Talk with Sakura in the infirmary. Like I thought, Sakura was in the infirmary. I guess Sakura moved over here in order to get out of Rin and Rani's way, being disheartened as they are and all. I drink the tea Sakura prepared for me. I've gotten used to the taste of tea in the Seraph. Even in our present situation, I can taste the superb warmth and bitterness of this tea. Just one sip is enough to dispel the haze over my mind. I'm in wonder. Sakura may just be an expert at making tea.
先輩どうしたんですか突然笑って。もしかして配合間違えてます？
Not at all, I answer with a strained laugh. Your tea's exquisite, Sakura.
よかった。最後の砦でお茶入れまで失敗したら私存在意義がありません。
That's a bit much. All she has left. I guess Sakura's referring to the secret recipe behind her tea blend. Alright, at this point I'll peek through the curtains and see how she mixes this. Admittedly though, I need to prioritize exploring. Now that I've had some tea and a breather, I guess I could go for a trip to the labyrinth.
先輩あくまで心拍数とか脳波を見ての話なんですけど楽しんでません？
Am I enjoying this? Sure, I'm pretty relaxed. My head has been hazy ever since I got away from BB back at the core, but I feel like it's all gone away.
前向きになるのはいいことだと思いますけど無理をするのも良くないです。辛い時は辛いと言ってください。
Sakura's being oddly serious. What is she talking about?
リンさんやラニさんが落ち込んでいるのも先輩が無理に笑っているのも私見ていて辛いです。皆さんの気持ち理解できます。今までの戦いは全部無駄だった。初めから私たちは負けていた。どんな手段を用いても BB に追いつく可能性はゼロだった。だから BB はあんなに余裕があって桜迷宮も先輩をもてあそぶために作られた余興に過ぎなくて。
Sakura's right. It frustrates me to say that we weren't even a threat to BB. I recall what BB said when I fought her. The world has been my toy for a while now. At that moment, BB knew that she would ultimately reach the core.
はい。だから落ち込むのはわかります。でもやけになるのはやめてください。校舎を歩き回ったり迷宮に行こうとしたりしないでください。私にはその先輩が自分から死にたがっているように見えて。
Oh, so that's how I look like to Sakura. She misread my mental state, but her thoughts on the situation were right. I mean, it's just about all over. It's pointless to do anything since the future's decided, and that proves that challenging BB would be a foolish choice to make. It's weird to be thinking about walking around the old school building and checking out what's going on in the labyrinth at this point. It's weird, but still.
もしかして先輩まだ諦めていないんですか？
Hearing Sakura say this, I finally and clearly was able to realize this shape, or these words. She's right, apparently. I haven't quit yet. Did I have a drastic change of heart at some point, or am I so simple-minded that a little smack got me back to my senses? Whichever it is, doesn't matter. What's important is that right now, my mind is clear. Also, I was entrusted to take the reins. Gato, Leo, Julius, Shinji. If I want to always remember them, then I can't go dropping the responsibilities that took over from them. Seriously, I'm appalled at how simple-minded I am. Deciding to fight now just dispelled most of my worries. My one worry left is the one contradictory result of our analysis. We probably still can't beat BB.
そんなダメです先輩。これ以上 BB に逆らったらコートこそ消されちゃいます。私は皆さんを先輩を守ると誓いました。もう うそれしか守れる約束はないんです。私には BB と戦う力はありません。私にできることはここでの快適な暮らしを提供することだけ。なのに私には分かりません。この校舎だけが唯一安全な世界なのに、ここにいれば助かるのに、どうしてまだ戦うんですか？
Sakura is getting so vocal because she's genuinely concerned about me. The sentiment gently dispels my last doubt. I bet I've been fine this entire time because I'm the type of person who likes kind people like her.
私の人を思いやる人のためですか？
That's right. My memory hasn't returned yet. Well, I probably don't have any memories. This me may be somewhat warped, a master lacking something normal people need to have. I can't explain why my memories have been hazy this whole time otherwise. Still, I got something unshakable within me. Even if my past memories won't return to me, even if I have no future or goals, there's a present me right here, right now. I'm a nobody. I'm not fighting for some epic reason like saving the earth or the moon. The only real thing I can hold on to are ordinary wishes. I am me. Even if parts of me are missing, there's still a pulse going through my limbs. Even if I don't have the memories of my life, of all the stuff I did that must have been fun, of anything at all, I still remember that they were important to me. Yeah, I'm sure of it. I want to believe in warm people. I want to protect warm people. I know I had fallen into an eternal or a long sleep, dreaming of such future. So I bet those desires are what this body is made out of. Even if everything is an illusion, even if this body is some sort of afterimage, Michael Lee is important to me, and the people I love are important to me. All I insist on wanting to protect are the things I see within reach. That's the kind of insignificant, greedy person Michael Lee is.
あなたはなんて。
I thank her for the tea and stand up. Thanks to Sakura, my doubts are gone. Now that I've decided such, I can't stand around any longer. Time to go.
うむ。それでこそ我が奏者。星の瞳に刹那の瞬きが戻ってきたな。ああ、もうどうにかなりそうだ。そのカンバスに触れたくて仕方がない。
It's a little startling to hear that while getting hugged. Please stop. Happy enough in our own little world, Saber snuggles up against me.
いいのだ。矢も覚悟は決まった。この身は最後までそなたのために燃やし尽くそう。世に任せ頼るがよい。そなたの美しさに恥じぬ炎を我が剣に乗せてみせる。それでよい。それでよいのだ。奏者よ、どうかそのままのそなたで微笑んで見届けてくれ。
Alright, well, we're going off to talk with Rin and Rodney at the student council. Okay, back upstairs. Time to light everyone's fire. Hopefully. Okay.
まだ何か用があるの？迷宮に行くからバックアップ？サーバントと経験を積む？あのね、私たちの話を聞いていなかったの？無駄なの。もう何をやっても無駄。未来は決まってしまった。私たちにできることなんてここで生き延びるぐらいしか。
そうですね。ムーンセルがデータベースとしての機能をまだ残しているのなら、人間のサンプルとしてあなたとミス遠坂がここに存在し続けるのは意味があります。それぐらいしかもう私たちの存在意義なんて。
The life is draining from their faces. More so than the fact that BB is far too powerful. The fact that we've lost what we're trying to protect has stolen their will to fight. I know how they feel. I was in the same state of mind not too long ago. I can't force them to fight against their own will. However, their abilities will be vital if I want to enter the central region again. I need to somehow get them to help me, even if it's just getting me to where BB is.
バカ者ども！黙って聞いていれば役体のない話ばかり。それでも世のマスターの女か！情けない。
Saber, phrasing.
戦いは勝つまでやるものだ。敗北しようが命を絶たれようが不屈の精神で立ち上がらなくてどうする。ここぞとばかり世を見習うがよい。3度までなら蘇るぞ。そもそも前提が間違えている。未来が確定している？そんなものは当たり前だ。過去も未来も人の手には届かぬもの。未来を変えるという考えがすでにおかしい。人の手にできることは現在のみ。その結果が未来を変えるのだとそなたらは証明してきたではないか。
Saber's encouragement echoes throughout the sullen student council room. It was as if a wave washed over us. The tan girl was the first to regain herself.
その通りです。なぜこんな当たり前のことに気づかなかったのでしょう。BB は未来を確定させただけです。未来は変えられませんが、現在は変えられます。だって、現在はまだ私たちの領域です。観測宇宙が記録宇宙に勝るただ一点。明日という現在を変革できること。それは私たちの手で、いえ、私たちでしか変えられない今なのですから。
そっか、そうよね。
A familiar glint returns to the red girl's eyes. I faintly recall something in the Holy Grail War. She lent me a hand many times despite us being enemies. She was a worthy rival, brimming with life, who always sought to play fair.
私、前に自分で言ったのにね。この戦いは BB を止めるためじゃない。BB が決定させてしまった未来を変えるために戦っているんだって。その通りよ。未来が確定しているのは私たちが BB を倒した今がまだこの裏側に存在しないから。でも私たちがその現在を作っておけば新しい可能性ができる。未来はまた違う結果を迎える。未来が2つある以上、ここで起きた未来は現実世界とは一致しなくなる。正直 BB を倒したところでもう大きく未来は変わらないかもしれない。でも誤差は必ず出ます。 BB を排除しムーンセルを正常に戻す。その行為自体は無駄ではありません。私たちにはまだやらなければならないことがある。その通りだ。ようやく元の聡明さを取り戻したな。ごめん、恥ずかしいところ見せちゃったわね。 名誉挽回ってわけじゃないけど、ここからは最後までオペレーターとして最善を尽くすわ。
全くです。作戦を立てる私たちがあなたの負担になってしまって。ですがここからはお任せを。オペレーターとして、アトラスの錬金術師として、最後まであなたの力になってみせます。
That's good to know. At least it gets sent to where BB is. Thinking that, I spring back to life. Ren and Ronnie are the most outstanding Magi fighters than I am. Because they have superior judgment, they were more realistic in discerning BB's comparative strength in our situation, which overwhelmed them. They felt sorry and anxiety magnitudes more than I did. Worried, not sorry. But they dispelled their distress. They say there's still work we need to do. Yeah, I knew full well how strong BB was compared to us from the very beginning. We're no match for her. We can't do anything. If reasons like that are stopping us in our tracks, then we're not putting up much of a fight. Leo, the most outstanding of us all, left the rest up to me. This must be why. He knew that we would lose. He knew we couldn't win. Still, he entrusted everything to someone who hadn't yet given up.
よし、そうなると問題点は2つ。そのうち1つはあのでっかい迷宮の核ね。
はい。あの核を破らないことにはムーンセル中枢には到達できません。
それは私が解決できます。
Wearing a grave expression, she returns to the student council room for the infirmary.
あの迷宮の核は BB のものではないんです。あれは私の心の壁です。あんなものすごいトラウマを持ってるの？桜ってば。
SG は秘密であってトラウマではないと思うのですが。いえ、さくら。それが本当ならすぐにでも解除できるのですか？
はい。あの壁なら私でも壊せます。あの時は言い出せませんでしたけ
ど。いえ、あれは仕方のないことです。あの時のミス東坂の精神状態は異常でした。さくらが何か発言しようとしていたことに私は気づいていました。ミス東坂は冷静さを欠いていましたが。
私が悪いっていうの？そうよ、悪かったわよ。だってすごかったじゃない、あのでっかいの。あんなファイアウォール見せられて燃え上がらないハッカー魂があろうか。いや、ない。
さくら、ミス東坂のペナルティは私の方で考えておきます。ですので、心残りなく迷宮の核を解除してください。
ダニさん、いえ、皆さん、その件について私からもお願いがあります。あの扉を開けるには条件をつけさせてください。私は皆さんの健康、安全を管理する AI です。本来なら勝ち目のない戦いに向かう皆さんを諌めなくてはいけません。でも私にはもう止める言葉がありません。皆さんの戦いに協力させていただきます。なら、いいえ、今のままでは容認できません。BB への対抗策、銃の王冠を無効化する手段を探してください。それが叶った時、迷宮の核、さくらの心は開門させます。それが私の出す唯一の条件です。
So Sakura says, her eyes bearing determination. 10 crowns. She has a point. Disabling that skill is the minimum we need to do. Let's start by consulting Ronnie. Alright. Very well then, Ronnie. Mr. Mike, about analyzing 10 crowns. Actually, it truly pains me to say this. It's impossible to analyze any further with just Miss Tosaka and me alone. Figures, so it's not going to be that easy. 10 crowns is a part of BB's matrix. It's not likely that she would reveal our weaknesses so easily. It's thanks to the Green Archer that we got part of that data. We couldn't have done it on our own. So please provide us with a sacrament with this many points. I'll get this analysis done in 3 minutes. Bill 50,000. So it's that easy. It's a massive amount of points, but it's enough to scrape together somehow. Truly promising and profitable. It is what it is. We simply don't have enough mechanical power. We have to make up for where we fall short. Haven't I said this before? Money. Money makes the world go round. Okay, how much money do I have? I know I have enough. Yes, I do. A lot, in fact. Have you gathered the sacrament? Yep. Thank you very much. With a power source of this quantity, I can unseal the black box. Please give me a few minutes. I swear on Isis, Mother of Magic, that I will unveil the 10 crowns. Nice. Finished. I'll transfer the matrix data to you. Oh, this is just bonkers. Now I get why BB can do whatever she pleases. Still, this alone isn't enough. Huh? Isn't there some way we can block it? I don't see a way to block 10 crowns, but I have an idea on how to counteract it. Seriously? After analyzing 10 crowns, I acquired privileges from the moon cell to access primordial powers. 10 crowns is the genesis of human history, the dawn lighting over civilization. To summarize, it's an origin power from which human genes began. It is inherent within every human being. So we'll add such a power to our servant here. If they're equal in strength, then it may prevent 10 crowns' ability to make things as if they never happened. A servant's primordial strength? Ronnie, you don't mean... Yes, diving into a servant's cyber frame and directly accessing their heroic spirit will reveal their root, sealed by the moon cell. We'll unlock a mythological mystic code, going directly into our heroic spirit's core, like when we did a mental dive in Sakura? Yes, fortunately we have the know-how on that. I believe it's quite a feasible operation. I see. Basically, like back when Sakura was attacked by Meltlow, this time I'll be diving into my servant's digital frame. He's going inside me? Just one thing. Who will protect Praetor if he's inside me? Not to brag or anything, but my red blood cells, rather, my sanitation program is vicious. If you throw my adorable Praetor in there, I'm certain he won't last 2 seconds. That's the one issue. While we can use multicolored tranquility to send in Michael, his servant won't be there for protection. I plan to include an escort doll to serve as a pseudo-servant, but the doll doesn't have very high stats. Going in will backfire on us. A mere doll just isn't up to the task. Should we prepare a special kind of familiar? Realistically, we can't. Sakura is already utilizing memory beyond their limits to maintain the old school building systems. Performing analysis is one thing, but we don't have the spare memory to add a new independent function. So, I say we request help from Jinako Kadagiri. She could transfer Lance over to escort Michael. There's no question that Lance is powerful enough. Okay, that would do. Wait, that won't change the fact that Praetor will be seeing my insides. More importantly, under no circumstances can I allow Praetor to contract with anyone but me. What other choice do we have? You'll have to work with it. We absolutely need a buff servant to compete with BB. Same goes for you, Mike. This will be your second dive, so please prepare for it. I reply with a nod. Of course. I know diving into a digital frame is dangerous, but this is our last hope. Before doing so, discuss with Jinako Kadagiri. We're suggesting it, but she might not be so eager to help. Yeah, worst case we can force her, but I wouldn't even bet on Mike's life that we could do it. So there's one thing we can try. She'll definitely get on board if we sell it well. Rin? She's muttering about something. Wonder what it is. She doesn't seem to be referring to Jinako. Don't mind me, just thinking out loud. Please go convince Jinako. She won't talk to anyone but you at this point. True, Jinako definitely won't talk to Rin or Rani. I'm not very confident that I can succeed in persuading her, but without Karna's help, it's too dangerous to dive into my servant. For now, let's go to the janitor's closet.